John Grayson, the police officer who shot Sonia Massie for holding the pot of water in her kitchen after she called for help when she was having a manic episode, has been sentenced to the maximum. 20 years. Not long enough. Not long enough. But it is a win. It is a win regardless of how you look at it. And we need more wins like this. We need more white police officers getting held accountable and getting the maximum for the crazy shit that they're doing to the black community. Because, God, I've seen it and I've experienced it myself. Police officers going after the black community. And this makes me happy. If you don't know about that incident, it was she was having a manic episode. She called for the police. No, this is just paraphrasing. And the police were in her kitchen. She was boiling a pot of water, and then he shot her in the face after she said, "I will rebuke you." Or just crazy shit. But yeah, 20 years.
First of all, this is a prime example of how left-wing messaging is horrendous, right? Defund the police does not mean take all the money away from the police so that there's no police force. Defund the police actually means to better spend the money allocated to the police force so that it's not just some jackbooted thug in a flak jacket and itching to pull his weapon that responds to people that are having mental issues, that it responds to people that are having manic episodes. There should be people that go with these folks on the police force that are able to de-escalate these situations and recognize when somebody isn't a threat to the officers, but rather is having a manic episode. That's really what defund the police is all about. But you say defund the police because it sounds good, and the right, in their simplistic nature, they hear take all the money away from the police so there's no police department so that we live in chaos. Defund the police, if enacted properly, could have saved Sonia's life, because there could have been somebody there that would have known what she was going through, that could have recognized the fact that she wasn't a threat to the officer and that she was having a manic episode. The officer only saw her as a threat. And yes, she called the police because she thought something was happening and she needed protection. The police arrived. The body cam footage shows that they're in her, I don't know if it's an apartment or not. She's in the kitchen. There's a pot of boiling water on the stove. They're in the living room. She starts crazy talking about how I'll rebuke you because she's having a manic episode. And then she goes to take the pot of boiling water off the stove and they shoot her because they deem her to be a threat. Could have been avoided if we actually followed the philosophy behind defund the police, but I digress. No, 20 years is not enough. 20 years is not enough, and here's the deal. Tom, people need to make split-second decisions. He was in that room for multiple minutes with her, assessing the situation. There was something between him and her. She was not a threat to him with a pot of boiling water. But, like so often is the case with modern day policing, the first thought process is just fucking kill her. Shoot first, ask questions later. And that's not the mentality we need on the police force. And we need to start holding more and more. And it's not white officers, it's all officers, but it's predominantly white officers that do this over and over and over again to the black community. They need to be held accountable. Otherwise, do we actually have laws? 20 years is a W. 20 years, I mean, listen, where he's going inside for 20 years, and as a cop, he's going to have a rough 20. If it's actually 20.